I'm Tyler Fulghum, and we got the notifications for Shams on.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is deadline day, and if yesterday is any indication of what's to come, it's about to get crazy up in here.
Yeah, well, before we get to that, we got to get to this. Go New York, go New York,
Been
go!
waiting to do that all morning.
I've been waiting all morning to do that. Come on now. Jalen Brunson providing the fire. There was action, double OT, and there was blood. Jalen Brunson and the Knicks hosting the Nuggets. Under a minute to play in the first. Karl-Anthony Towns one-on-one against Spencer Jones. And there's a collision right here. Towns driving, and the two bump heads. You can see it a little bit closer right here. And like I said, there would be blood.
Ouch.
Towns with blood on the eye, on the jersey. He would come back later with stitches, and Jones would later leave and not return in the game. But the third quarter belonged to Jalen Brunson from deep. Just knocking down the threes, 5 of 12 from downtown. 3 of those happening in that third quarter. You see him right there, pulling up from deep again, and no one could stop Jalen Brunson. Knicks lead 88-82 after 3. So let's take it to the fourth quarter. Brunson drives in the paint, gets a contested layup to go. Knicks now lead by 2 under 20 seconds to play. Jamal Murray, pull up, jumper, it's money. Come on, it's Murray. Nuggets tied up at 108 apiece, and we've got drama. Nikola Jokic tries it at the buzzer beater, but it's no good. Usually that would go in, Tyler.
That was close.
Usually that would be a dub for him. 30 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists, but he couldn't get that one to fall. So now we get into OT. Murray finds Jokic under the rim for the bucket right there. A few plays later, same score. Brunson finds Cat under the basket, gets the layup to go. Murray a little shaken up after the play right there, but he'd be good to go. Under 6 seconds to play, Murray attempts a game-winning buzzer beater, but it's no good. The Knicks appeared to win it here, but keep your eye on Mikal Bridges under the basket. Bridges shoves his Christian Brown, and a foul is called. Cat can't believe it, but they did get tangled up. So, I mean, come on. Brown made the first, also makes the second, and now we head into double OT. 4:20 left. Brunson contested, doesn't even matter. Knicks tied at 121 apiece. Brunson again, pull up 3. I tell you, you cannot stop him. 42 points, 8 rebounds, and 9 assists in this matchup. Under 2 minutes to play. Landry Shamet looking, finds Bridges in the corner, and that would be all she wrote. Knicks win at 134-127. That's 8 straight for the guys in New York. Now, the Knicks, they stay hot and remain tied with the Celtics for second in the East. They won 8 straight games, their longest win streak this season, and they've outscored their opponents by 180 points over that span. That is their best point differential over an 8-game span in franchise history, and the best within a season since the 2023-2024 Celtics.
Amina, clock keeps on ticking down. 7.5 hours away from the trade deadline. Take a look at what happened yesterday. The Mavs in a shocker, sending Anthony Davis to the Wizards in an 8-player deal. Davis played in just 29 games with Dallas after coming over in the Luka Doncic deal. The Clippers sent CP3 to the Raptors in a 3-team deal that moves Toronto out of the luxury tax. The Raptors will not require Paul to report to the team and could still move him before today's deadline. Utah also making a move, acquiring Lonzo Ball in a 3-team trade, but they are expected to waive the guard, allowing him to become a free agent. Ball became expendable after the Cavs landed James Harden and Dennis Schroeder over the past week. And Golden State flipped Buddy Hield and disgruntled Jonathan Kuminga to the Hawks for center Kristaps Porzingis. Senior NBA insider Shams Charania joined SportsCenter last night with more on what the Porzingis deal means for the Warriors' pursuit of Giannis.
The Warriors' pursuit of Giannis Antetokounmpo after a week is over. They have moved on clearly with these moves, but my understanding is the Warriors made a pick-heavy offer last week, continued to have conversations going into this week with the Bucks, but they came to the belief over the last 24 hours, the Warriors did, that the Bucks were not going to be moving their 2-time MVP at this trade deadline.
All right, Anscape senior writer David Dennis Jr. joining us now for more perspective on these NBA trades. And I see you shaking your head there a little bit. So let's start with the Warriors. How do you think they've handled this deadline so far?
All right, let's be real. This is an abject failure by the Golden State Warriors. They put all of their eggs in the Giannis Antetokounmpo basket because they had no choice but to put all their eggs in the Giannis Antetokounmpo basket, because that front office has spent the last half a decade convincing us that they're light years ahead of everybody, so they're building for a future, even though they have a generational star on their roster in Stephen Curry. They've taken their once-in-a-lifetime star and done the best they can to squander the end of his career. And as a result, you have a Jonathan Kuminga, who you've been telling us is the future of your organization, who has not been able to get on the floor hardly at all this season. You move him to Atlanta for Kristaps Porzingis, which, no disrespect to him, he's got health issues. I'm in Atlanta. I was forgetting that this dude was played for the Hawks. The guy just is not healthy. So the Warriors are looking at a dead-end season right now because of what they've built around Stephen Curry. And the best thing that the Warriors have going for them is that Wardell Stephen Curry does not go to that front office, knock on the door, and say, put me on a contender, because he has absolutely every right to do so based on what they've been putting around him for the last few years.
Say it with your chest, David Dennis. Tell us how you really feel about Golden State there. Okay, that was one of Wednesday's blockbusters. On Tuesday, the Cavs made a deal to add James Harden to Cleveland. So now that we've had about 24 hours to digest this move, tell us what you think of it.
Okay, let's go with the known factors that we have here with the Cavs and James Harden. In 2026, right now, James Harden is a better player than Darius Garland. Darius Garland's been injured. We don't know, in a couple years that may not be true, but right now, James Harden's averaging 25 points, and he is a true asset to this Cavs team. Now, the unknown here is the thing that both of these entities have to prove. James Harden, who has now made his 5th attempt to leave a team to go somewhere else for either a bag or to be competitive, has gone to Cleveland, who's given him a bag, and they're competitive. Now, he has to rewrite his history about the playoffs. Is he going to be able to show up in game 6s or game 7s with a team that, at the beginning of this season had prospects of winning the East? And the Cavs also have their own questions about how they're going to perform in the playoffs. So these two, Donovan Mitchell and that Cavs team, and James Harden, have to come together and make their way out of the East and prove a lot of people wrong about what they can do come playoffs, because that's really what this is about.
Up early with us on SportsCenter, bringing the heat as we near the NBA trade deadline. It's David Dennis Jr. Enjoy all the madness today, David.
Speaking of that trade, the Cavaliers took on the Clippers last night. Clippers trading James Harden for Darius Garland. You see him right there on Tuesday. Garland taking a tour of the Intuit Dome. Let's take it late in the first quarter. Donovan Mitchell gets it to Dennis Schroeder, drives, gets the floater to fall. Schroeder was traded from the Kings on Saturday. His 11th different team, by the way, in the NBA. Cavs in transition. Yeah, a little bit. Mitchell pulls up from beyond the arc, drains that triple right there. So let's take it to the second quarter. Under 9 minutes left. Kawhi Leonard, Mitchell in his face, doesn't even matter. Leonard would finish with 25 points on the night. Clippers down by 10. 5 seconds left in the second. Mitchell, shot fake, deep three, it's good. Cleveland now leads by 20. Everything coming up Cavaliers. Under 9 minutes left in the third quarter. Mitchell, cross up his defender, drives baseline, drops it in. Cavaliers still leading by a lot. Under a minute left in the third. Mitchell spins, knocks down the contested three. Is Coco Johnson courtside, the fiance?
Oh.
Because you know what? Moves like that,
you gotta show out.
They got to be in the building. Cavs win 124-91.
I'm on fire. It's 88 over here.